Now, let's talk about this Trump and Elon Musk Doge committee thing they got going on, right? Because I know a lot of black folks ain't tuned all the way in with the details and the particulars that Trump and Elon Musk got going on with this Doge committee and whatnot, right? Now, it's been a lot of different opinions when you look on social media back and forth. But what caught my attention, just like a lot of black folks, is that we may be seeing a nice piece of change due to all this fraud that's been going on from all the federal spending with our tax dollars, right? So I did some digging to see what's really going on, to see if this $5,000 check we should be expecting is really capped or is not. So let's break this down and we're going to go all the way in. Tune in with me.
All of these receipts that's being posted up on social media with all of this government spending, I don't know, is this stuff connected to the US aid thing? Because all of a sudden they're doing like these assessments of money that's being spent to all of these different agencies, media outlets from the government, and these folks are getting like millions of dollars. Um, I know some of it is connected to that US aid thing that Trump has cut off, but I'm looking at all of this money that's coming from our tax dollars. I'm like, where is all of this other money? How are they justifying giving their money to all of our money to all of these different entities? Look,
Now, what you just heard was Tariq Nasheed speaking on all the exposing that's been going on with our tax dollars. And this shit don't make no sense, man. Now, what we really witnessing is Trump and Elon Musk and start combing through all the tax dollars, all the funds, all the budgets, and discovered all types of frauds and misuse of our tax dollars, which they don't it don't even come by surprise to me. But since then, it's been so many different opinions from the other side talking about how it's wrong that Trump didn't hit the reset button, how Elon Musk is abusing his power and all this. But I'm going to break down why this really shouldn't matter to FBAs, man, far as what the other side is screaming how this is so wrong. You know what I'm saying? What is more valuable to the FBAs is them exposing and finding all this fraud. What they've been doing with our funds, man. What we get up every day and work hard for, man, that big chunk that come out our checks, exposing what that's really going to. Check this out.
In addition to finding fraud, Doge is discovering lost taxpayer cash. Doge helping the Department of Housing and Urban Development relocate $1.9 billion that had gone missing under Biden. That's nearly $2 billion that they say the Treasury can now use for other things. Doge has also been digging into Social Security. Elon Musk estimating there are about 60 million more Social Security numbers issued than there are Americans, saying, quote, there are far more eligible Social Security numbers than there are citizens in the USA. This might be the biggest fraud in history, but Democrats say Doge is exaggerating all this fraud they're finding.
Doge and OMB also found that there was about to be 50 million taxpayer dollars that went out the door to fund condoms in Gaza. That is a preposterous waste of taxpayer money.
Musk also found that there's over 4 million people in the Social Security database who have an age over 140 years old. The oldest person alive right now in the world is 116 years old. So this is either a smoking gun for fraud, or as Elon Musk joked, vampires could be real.
There's even under consideration a new concept where we give 20% of the Doge savings to American citizens and 20% goes to paying down debt, because the numbers are incredible, Elon.
So hold on now. So you mean to tell me after finding all this fraud with all our tax money, after they just throwing money here, throwing money there, man, just putting a little bit in the baggie, a little bit in the purse, right? So you mean to tell me after Trump is finding all this fraud and all this waste of our tax dollars, man, that we getting up busting our ass for every week, robbing Peter to pay Paul, he considering giving us some of that bread back? But no, the other side gonna scream this, right?
Of course not. Look, what we're seeing right now, Caitlin, is a very dangerous moment. I'm laughing here, but it is not funny. This country is moving very rapidly under Trump into an authoritarian form of society.
Enough with the lying and the gaslighting. This is not about making government more efficient for working people. The Republican plan is about making government more efficient for big corporations and billionaires who are screwing us over.
From the very start, the Trump administration has been about one thing and one thing only: stealing from all of us, stealing from regular people, stealing from poor people, stealing from the middle class in order to enrich their billionaire Mar-a-Lago cabal. And we're not going to let them do it.
Let's draw a stark contrast. Let's talk about what really is happening in this building at the hands of Republicans who have the House, the Senate, and the White House. This budget is their budget. It is their budget, and they're going to own it.
And let's not forget, under Elon Musk and his so-called Department of Government Efficiency, federal health agencies have suffered mass layoffs and vital research funding has been frozen. Here's our message to Speaker Johnson and President Musk. Enough is enough.
Now let's just talk straight up facts for a second, right? Now, if I'm on the side that listen to all these scare tactics that the Democrats been feeding us, then yeah, I'm going to be in panic mode, right? But then I hear all how these tax dollars is getting spent. Meanwhile, the price of eggs is damn near doubling in some of these states. Man, it make me sit back and, man, it make me question agendas, man. That's just how it is. Now, the reality for the average black man, matter of fact, the average American, man, that's trying to stay afloat and trying to maintain, man, this is who I'm talking to for a second, right? Now, from the Democrats, we hear all this is so bad, how they letting them find this fraud, but now they letting Elon Musk get all this power and information, and who knows, man? You know, Trump and Elon Musk putting Elon Musk in this position, man, it may not be the 100% best move. But the reality is our options is what it is at this standpoint, man. From a man like me trying to provide for his family, man, and seeing these tax dollars just get spent how they get spent. Because when the Democrats had control of our dollars, they looked out for everyone but us, man. Immigrants had access to food, money, damn near shit, even iPhones, man. And as a black man trying to provide for his family, to work every day just to spend all my money on rent, utilities, and groceries, man, when my neighbors, this is for example, and this real talk, when my neighbors happen to be immigrants with no job, cooking out every day, all of them with iPhones, the newest top gadgets, man. When I go to work, man, they out there just chilling land. When I get home, they doing the same thing, man. Receiving all types of resources, man. Living better than me because my tax dollars made sure that they getting fat while I work more than I rest. All due to how the Democrats handle all these budgets. And as a black man with a family to feed, what I experienced the last 4 years, man, me personally, that's the real scare tactics. And all this saying whatever is ahead is the best choice. I ain't saying whatever is ahead is the best choice. But at this point, as a man, as an American, man, experiencing what I experienced the last 4 years, man, I'm ready to roll the dice, man, straight up. Now, receiving a check, maybe possibly receiving a check from all this fraud, man, listen, that's the good odds I like, man, straight up. Now, compare the odds to the Democrats not even considering giving us nothing unless you an immigrant. So as a man trying to maintain out here in America, I like the odds Trump is presenting me at this moment. Now, even with all that, what I'm saying, I ain't saying or stamping everything Trump doing is the best move for us, man. All I'm saying is how bad it is out here and how they swindling us, man. It is what it is, man. I done already experienced the other side, so right now I'm trying to roll the dice, man. Unfortunately, this is the hand of black men and a lot of men, no matter what color you are in America right now, trying to provide for their family is dealt. This is what it is, straight up. This Bezo, man. Y'all like, y'all share, y'all subscribe. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about this, man.